Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. So ZHILEI ZHANG pretty much ends the career of Deontay Wilder, a fifth round knockout. It wasn't an exciting fight. As you know, Zhang outweighs Wilder. He outweighed him by 68 pounds, and it looked it in the ring. It looked like a Wilder who was pretty much picking up where he left off with the fight against Joseph Parker. He just couldn't pull the trigger on the right hand. He was using the jab purely as a rangefinder, trying to fire the right hand over the top. He just couldn't get the range. He couldn't get anything. He was thinking about everything. And the one thing about Wilder is previously, when he was at his absolute zenith, was he didn't think. He just did. He just acted. He just instinctively threw those right hands. And he looked absolutely wild and crazy at times, but it was kind of sad to see, really. And Zhang himself didn't do a great deal. He just, he boxed quite sensibly. He was hunting Wilder down, cutting off the ring, using his enormous size. It was kind of ridiculous. This big, strong-looking, not body beautiful, is he, Zhang? But he's a big, big lump. And then you've got Wilder, who's skinny as hell. Basically, it was a case of Wilder just having to try and stay off the ropes, which he did. He was skidding off the ropes a few times. There were occasions when he got trapped. He put the earmuffs on, he went into the shell. But even then, it was kind of ominous because Zhang was still landing enough punches to sort of rattle Wilder. And Wilder would skid off the ropes. Again, he tried to sort of tap, rangefinder with it wasn't even a jab. Couldn't pull the trigger on the right hand. That's all she wrote, really. I mean, the fifth round, Wilder had already been rattled a few times, but there was an exchange, and Zhang threw a right hand which clipped Wilder. It's a swooping punch, almost a chopping punch, that kind of snapped against his jaw and sent him spinning, and he had his back to Zhang, and he's like, he didn't know where he was for a moment. As he turned around, Zhang fired another sort of right hook over. Wilder didn't see it coming. It was a right hook, and it slapped bang on Wilder's jaw, put him flat on his back. His head was underneath the ropes. I didn't think he was going to make the count. He did. He got up, he walked towards the ref, and the ref just waved off and said, "No more. No, that's your lot." And it's the right decision. And Wilder, okay, go out on your shield, or do you go out with a whimper? It was more of a whimper than going out on his shield. But I don't know. He was knocked down and he got up. Maybe it was something in between. I don't know. But with Wilder, when you consider the way that he fought in that third fight with Fury, I mean, he just fought with such absolute, passion and determination, and he took his beating like an absolute man. He got flattened in the end, but my God, that was going out on his shield. This was a case of seeming to almost have 1.5 feet in retirement when you went into the fight. It was an experiment, I think, by Eddie Hearn signing Deontay for that one last effort. It didn't quite work out. Matchroom lost this 5 versus 5-0, and they lost 10 points to 0. A real bad result for Eddie. I mean, this is a humiliation. It really is. He won't care because, of course, they're all making money, and his fighters, some of them did very well. But Deontay Wilder, I'm afraid, he's pretty much finished now. Zhang at 40, whatever he is, 41. He said he'd probably go for AJ or Usyk or even Fury. You just don't know. I think at the top level he'll probably get outboxed and beaten. He didn't get a chance to. Wilder didn't get a chance to ask questions of Zhang's gas tank because he just didn't do anything in the ring. Zhang just fought at his own pace and trundled along and didn't throw that many punches and completely dominated. Someone who can take Zhang and drain his energy. I'd love to see him fight Dubois. I think that would be a fascinating fight. Or Ajit Kabayel against ZHILEI ZHANG. That would be a very interesting fight. I would pick Kabayel to win that. I might even pick Dubois over Zhang, but of course Zhang and Dubois are pretty much the same stable. So yeah. But Kabayel's the man on the outside. He's the high risk, low reward. But what do you think? What did you think of this fight? It wasn't exciting, was it? How do you feel about Wilder? The end of the road for him, I guess. What do you think about Dubois? Can he go much further? Comments below, as always. I thought this 5 versus 5 card was really, really entertaining. Very, very good. This fight was probably the least interesting, at least entertaining anyway. But let me know what you think. Comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, please, and hit the like button. If you could do that, it takes you a second. Don't cost you nothing. Thank you very much, and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pretty decent night's boxing. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.